Hello, everyone. This is Justifier Jim coming back at you with another uh, kind of an unboxing video. I've kind of already unboxed it. Just kind of going over the new Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid Light and Darkness expansion pack. With this expansion, you get the Ranger playable characters Merrick Balaton, Lunar Wolf, Wild Force Ranger, Heckle, Dino Charge, Dark Ranger, Liambo, the Wolf Warrior, Jared, the Black Lion Warrior, and Tyzon, the Operation Overdrive Mercury Ranger. Without further ado, let's get into the cards. So, first up, we'll do Merrick. Here's a closer look at his figure. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of always liked Merrick. It's pretty cool suit design to me. I love the fact that his weapon was basically a pool cue. Uh, I used to play pool a little bit and was never really that good at it, but I've always enjoyed the game, and I thought that was an interesting premise for a ranger. So let's look at his cards. So first we'll have his character card, the Lone Wolf ability. During each battle, until another Ranger's card is played, reduce the energy cost of all Lunar Wolf card Ranger cards by 1. That's pretty good. That is really good. And then we'll get to his Zords. So he's got the Alligator Wild Zord, which exhausts this card when any Ranger suffers damage. Reduce that damage by 3. Then swap this card with the Hammerhead Shark Wild Zord or the Wolf Wild Zord. The swap card remains exhausted. So, you know, if those of you that watched the show, Wild Force, he had 3 Zords that turned into a Megazord. The next one here is a Hammerhead Shark Wild Zord. Exhaust this card during a battle, gain 1 energy, and deal 1 damage to an enemy card of your choice. Then swap this card with the Alligator Wild Zord or the Wolf Wild Zord. The swap card remains exhausted. So, got a little swapping theme going on here. And finally, the Wolf Wild Zord. Exhaust this card before any Ranger performs an attack. That Ranger may draw up to 2 cards and ignore the guard keyword. That's pretty useful. Then swap this card with the Alligator Wild Zord or the Hammerhead Shark Wild Zord. The swap card remains exhausted. So all pretty cool abilities. And of course those 3 formed the Megazord Predazord. So once per turn, when any Ranger reveals a card for defense, they may choose to gain an energy, deal 1 damage to an energy card of their choice, or add 1 shield to the revealed card. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool look for the Predazord as well. Alright, now for his combat cards. You get Claws of the Wolf. It costs 2 and it's a 3 dice attack. During the next Ranger turn in this battle, instead of playing a card, you may perform an attack with 3 dice. That's pretty cool. And he has 2 of those. Oh, and it's a 2 shield card as well. So if you were playing it for defense, it would equal to 2 hits. Alright, then we have Full Moon Slash. It's a 1 energy, 3 dice attack for 1 shield. And you gain an energy for each miss result rolled during this attack. So, you know, sometimes the misses can pay off. And he's got 2 of those as well. Next, we have the Reaction Howling Wolf. It's a 1 energy cost, 2 shield card. And you play this card at the start of any Ranger turn. You gain 1 energy. You may draw 1 card. And the next time any Ranger performs an attack during this battle, they may re-roll any number of dice. That's pretty cool. So he's got 2 of those. Next we have Laser Pool. It's a 1 energy, 1 shield maneuver. Until the end of this battle, each time an enemy card is defeated, deal 1 damage to another enemy card that is not adjacent to the defeated card. That's pretty cool. And he's got just one of those. The Lunar Q, his power weapon. It's a 3 energy cost, 3 shield, 4 dice attack. And after you resolve this attack, you may ready 1 exhausted Zord card. Wow, that's very useful actually. So you could essentially use one of your Zords early in the game, use that to get it back. And he's just got one of those cards. That's really cool though. And finally, we have Trick Shot. It's a 0 cost, 3 shield, 2 dice attack. And if you roll any miss results during this attack, deal 1 damage to another enemy card that is not adjacent to the target. That's not bad. That's cool. I think In Space Yellow has that card as well, if I'm not mistaken. And he has 2 of those cards. All right, so I'm liking Merrick's play style a little bit. I'm kind of digging that. And yeah, he was one of my favorite Rangers actually for a long time. So definitely looking forward to using him as a playable character. Next, we got Heckle, the Dino Charge Dark Ranger. That's his figure. It's cool, cool, cool. Got the boomerang sword there. All right. Onto his cards. So we got his character card. That is Dark Pride. When you would play a card from your hand, you may play the top card of your discard pile instead. If you do, you must then discard the top card of your deck. So, a little bit of discard shenanigans there. It's kind of interesting. And he's got the Spinozord. Exhaust this card anytime. Any ranger may... Oh, anytime. At any time. Any ranger may return up to 3 cards from their discard pile to their hand. They must then discard an equal number of cards from their hand. Playing into that discard pile shenanigans again. That's not bad. That's not bad. So potentially if your better attacks and combat cards were in your discard pile early on and you got some less desirable ones, you can kind of swap them out, which is cool. Then we have the reaction card, 0 energy, 1 shield. Reaction, clandestine attacks. Play this card at the start of a battle. Gain 1 energy, and you may flip 1 foot soldier card face down as though defeated, but you don't remove a foot soldier figure from that location. That's cool. You know, it kind of mucks you up for the experience track a little bit, I think, but you know, could be useful if it's kind of an end game situation. And you get 2 of those. Next, he has the 1 energy cost, 3 shield maneuver card, Dark Encore. And then another ranger may immediately play the top card of their discard pile. They must place that card on the bottom of their deck instead of discarding it. That's all right. Not too bad. And he's got 2 of those. Next, we have the card Dark Energem. And it's a 2 energy cost, 1 shield maneuver. And you discard your entire hand. Until the end of this battle, you may play Dark Ranger cards from your discard pile. And you may rearrange the order of your discard pile. Kind of an interesting one there. And he's only got 1 of those. Next, you have the 0 energy cost, 2 dice attack, 2 shields. Talon Slash. If you play this card from your discard pile, gain 1 energy. And he's got 2 of those. Then we got his power weapon, the Spino Blade. It's a 3 energy cost, 3 shield, 5 dice attack. which reads, you may ignore the guard keyword when choosing a target for this attack. Ooh, nice. While this card is in your discard pile, reduce its energy cost by 1. Even nicer. And he's got one of those. And finally, we have the 1 energy cost, 1 shield, 3 dice attack, Spin Cutter. After this attack resolves, you may discard the top card of your deck. If you do, return this card to your hand instead of discarding it. And he's got 2 of those. Okay, a lot of discard pile shenanigans going on there. That's interesting. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do Tyzon next. Operation Overdrive Mercury Ranger. That's his figure there. Operation Overdrive wasn't the most well-received season, but, you know, it had its moments. It had a lot of potential, and it had its moments, but, you know, what can you do? Tyzon was pretty cool. And his character card is Mercurial Force. Once per battle, before any ranger rolls any number of dice, you may use this ability. If you do, convert all miss results rolled to double hit results and vice versa. Ooh, so that's a big reward, big regret kind of thing there. So, yeah, if you got lucky dice rolls, I don't recommend doing that ability too much. But if you're pretty unlucky with the dice rolls, then I say go for it. Then we got his Zords, the Rescue Runners. Exhaust this card before any ranger rolls exactly 3 dice. Treat those dice as if they rolled 1 miss, 1 hit, and 1 double hit result. That's interesting. And of course, those 3 Zords formed a Megazord called the Flashpoint Megazord. And you exhaust this card at any time to place the Megazord token in any location. Each time a ranger in that location rolls at least 1 double hit result, that ranger may return 1 card from their discard pile to the bottom of their deck. So you get a little health back. That's pretty cool. That's pretty useful. On to his combat cards, excuse me. So you get the 0 energy cost, 2 shield, chain combo, 3 dice attack card. And after rolling, remove 1 die from this attack. Okay. From there, he has 2 of those. From there, his power weapon, the Drive Detector. 3 energy cost, 3 shield, 5 dice attack. And after rolling, you may remove 1 die from this attack. If you do, any ranger may search their deck for a card, add it to their hand, and then shuffle their deck. That's pretty clutch. That can come in very useful, especially during a boss fight. He's just got 1 of those. Then next we have the 0 energy cost, 2 shield reaction, Mercury Guard. Play this card when any ranger suffers damage. Roll 3 dice. For each die, you may either reduce that damage or gain energy equal to the hit results. Not bad. And he's got 2 of those. That's a pretty useful card, in my opinion. Then you have the 0 energy cost, 1 shield maneuver, Mercury Overdrive. And until the end of this battle, each time a ranger rolls at least 1 double hit result, gain 1 energy. Place this card on top of your deck instead of discarding it. Okay, he's got 1 of those. Next, we have the 1 energy cost, 1 shield, 2 dice attack, Mercury Strike. And during this attack, convert all miss results rolled to double hit results and vice versa. He's got 2 of those. Next, finally, we have the X energy cost, 3 shield, 1 dice attack, Metal Sniper. And add a number of dice to this attack equal to the amount of energy spent to play this card. You may ignore the guard keyword when choosing a target for this attack. Okay, that's kind of cool. And he's got 2 of those. Overall, he's very interesting, I'd say. Yeah. Next, we'll do Lianbo, Wolf Warrior. This is a pretty cool figure. I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot. All right, we'll go on to his cards now. So his character card. For honor. Once per battle, when any ranger reveals a card for defense with no star ability, you may reveal a card from your hand and use its star ability as though it were revealed for defense. That's kind of cool. And of course you have his Zord, which is Catastros. Exhaust this card when any ranger uses a star ability. That ranger may use that ability 2 more times. Ooh, that's cool. And on to his combat cards. He has the 1 energy, 2 shield, 3 dice attack, Blazing Storm Slash. And it says before rolling, you may place 1 card from your hand on top of your deck. If you do, divide the hits from this attack among any number of targets. And he's got 2 of those. Next we have the counter jab. 0 cost, 1 shield, 1 dice, and 1 hit attack with a star ability. So it says, if this card is revealed for defense, you may deal 1 damage to an enemy card of your choice. And he's got 2 of those. I think Billy, Mighty Morphin Blue, had this card too, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty useful ability. Next we have the 3 energy cost, 3 shield, 5 dice attack, Night Saber. And it has a star ability. If this card is revealed for defense, you may treat it as having the star ability of another card in your hand or discard pile. That's pretty neat. And he's just got 1 of those. Next we have the 1 energy cost, 3 shield maneuver, Mystic Flame. And you deal 1 damage to an enemy card of your choice and up to 2 other adjacent enemy cards. And he's got 2 of those. Next we have the 0 energy cost, 1 shield reaction, or 1 shield reaction card, Shield of Light. And it says play this card when any ranger uses a star ability. Gain 2 energy or add 2 shields to the revealed card. That can get really useful. He's just got 1 of those, it looks like. And finally, the 0 energy cost, 2 shield reaction, Wolf Armor. Play this card when any ranger suffers damage. Reduce that damage by 2. And its star ability is, if this card is revealed for defense, it gains +1 shield. And he's got 2 of those. So he's pretty cool. I like that. And then finally, we've got Jared, the Black Lion Warrior. This is his minifigure here. Pretty cool design. And then we got his cards. So first up is character card. Ferocity. Once per ranger turn, instead of playing a card, you may discard 1 card from your hand and perform an attack with 2 dice. That's cool. If you don't have any attacks and you need one, get 1 there. Then you have his quote-unquote Zord, the Lion Animal Spirit. Exhaust this card before any ranger performs an attack with 3 dice or fewer. Add 2 damage to that attack. Ooh, kind of spicy. I like that. And his combat cards, he's got the 2 energy, 1 shield maneuver, Claws of Fire. And it says choose an enemy card with a health value of 4 or less. Immediately defeat that card. Oh, I like that one. I like that a lot. So he's got 2 of those. Next, we have the 1 energy cost, 2 shield reaction, Intercepting Strike. And it says play this card when any ranger discards a card for defense. Deal an amount of hits to an enemy card of your choice equal to the number of shields on that discarded card. Okay. And he's got 2 of those. Next, we got the 1 energy cost, 3 shield reaction, Lion combo. And it says, play this card when any ranger defeats an enemy card with an attack. You may perform an attack with 2 dice. Okay, you get a little extra boom there. Yeah. And he's got 2 of those. Next, we have Lion's Roar. It's a 0 energy cost 2 shield maneuver with gain 2 energy. Until the next ranger turn in this battle, each time a ranger suffers damage, reduce that damage by 2. Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad. And he's got 2 of those. Next we have Spirit of the Lion. It's a 3 energy, 3 shield maneuver with, until the end of this battle, at the end of each ranger turn, including this one, if you did not perform an attack, you may perform an attack with 2 dice. Okay, so that definitely helps take a little pressure off of making sure you have attacks in your hand. That's pretty awesome. And finally, he has the 1 energy, 1 shield reaction, Zocado Power. And play this card at the start of any ranger turn. Until the end of this turn, add 1 die to each attack. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So those are the ranger cards, the playable characters that you can use for this new expansion. We also got some new villains. With this being the Light and Darkness pack, the evil counterparts to these rangers are there. I think I'll be doing that in another video, though. What I will do, I will show the 3 new locations we got. Jungle Karma Pizza, which is pretty cool because its ability is it gives you 2 more action tokens, which you can use to get a free reaction and get +1 to the maximum amount of shields you would be able to recover. So that's pretty useful. Other location we got is the Paishwa Academy with a figure limit of 5. This is the regular side. The assault mode side says this location gains its panic token as soon as it contains 4 or more enemies. Ooh, it's one of the baddie ones. Okay. But we also received the Ocean Bluff Reservoir with a figure limit of 6. And its assault mode states, this location loses its panic token as soon as it contains fewer than 5 foot soldiers and no monsters or bosses. So that kind of balances each other out. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty good selection of playable characters. In my opinion, like, I would choose any one of these guys. They're all pretty cool. And I want to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. I know I don't post that often, but, you know, I'm going to try to change that a little bit. And stay tuned because the next video will be for the villains of this expansion. And coming up after that, I'll also review the other expansion I got, which is the Terror Through Time. And once again, thank you all for watching. I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you drink your water, and may the power protect you.